Right, so for this variation, what we're going to be doing is setting up with our hand on the wall at about shoulder height, okay? But rather than our fingers pointing straight up, I want you to point them at about 45 degrees, okay? So on a clock face, if that's 12 o'clock, I'm pointing them to about 2 o'clock here, okay? Now, I'm going to start with a slight bend in my elbow. I don't want it dead straight. I also don't want it too bent. Just unlock your elbow, okay? And now all of my pressure and my push is coming through the knuckles and the fingers upwards. I basically have a pretty weightless heel of my hand. I don't have to lift it off actively, but just make sure that all of your intent and all of your push is through the knuckles and the fingers upwards, okay? Now, from this position, I take a few steps back away from the wall. I'm going to sag my hips forwards towards the wall, make sure I don't straighten the elbow, and make sure I keep my pressure through my fingers and my knuckles. And now all I'm going to do in this position, once I've sagged my hips forwards towards the wall, is I'm now going to sag my hips in this direction. You can see I get some pretty good shaking there. So all this is doing is biasing the structures on the outside of the shoulder and the back of the shoulder a little bit more, okay? If you want to make it even more targeted, you could move from this 45-degree position into sort of a 3 o'clock position, but this might be too challenging for some people. But the same cues apply: slight bend in the elbow, weightless heel, all the push through the fingers and the knuckles. I sag my hips forwards. Now I don't let my elbow move, I don't let my heel take any weight, and I'm going to shift across in this direction and push here. If I took the wall away, you're essentially doing this, okay? But you just have the wall in place to hold you there.